Hello everyone, welcome back to FPL Star. Today I gonna discuss about weekly transfer plan for Game Week 7. Before starting, if you are new in this channel, please subscribe this channel. I have divided Game Week 7 transfer into 5 categories. They are essential, differential, sell, hold and ignore. Essential are those kind of player who have very high ownership, and this kind of player looks very good for your team, and this type of player is essential for your team. The differential kind of player is they have very low ownership but they looks good, and I think they can help you to gain your rank. The sale is those type of player are not performing well, and I don't think this type of player is held good for your team. Hold is those the kind of player who are not performing now, but they can be very good in the recent future, and they have very good potential to get a lot of point for your team. The ignore category is the player you don't have but they are now performing well, but I think their performance will fade away soon, and this type of player in ignore category. And now let's start. First essential player for Game Week 7 is Tony from Brentford, and he is in last match he scored hat-trick and he is in great form. His value is 7.2 million, and if you look at his fixture, it looks amazing. Southampton, Bournemouth, Brighton is a good fixture, but Arsenal and Newcastle is hard, but I still think that Tony can make some difference. And if you look at his shot per 90 is 2.60 and goal improvement ratio is 0.84, which is for a striker is very good, and he is the main man of Tony. He takes penalty for Brentford, also take the free kicks for Brentford, so I think that's why Tony should be essential. And if you want to buy a striker this game week, I think Tony should be the one. Now move on to the second essential player for Game Week 7 is Trippier from Newcastle. Newcastle defense looks good. They maintain 2 clean sheet in their last 5 match, and Trippier got 23 points. He also scored a goal from free kick, and he take the set piece duty for Newcastle, and his value is just 5.2 million and ownership of 33.1%, which is for a Newcastle player is very high. And if you look at his fixture, like West Ham is not attackingly very good this season, they don't score a lot of goal, and Bournemouth, Fulham, Brentford is good fixture, so I think that's why Newcastle Trippier is a very good option for clean sheet as well as some attacking return. If you see his goal elimination ratio is 0.22, which is good for a defender. Now move on to the differential category, and first differential player is Isak from Newcastle. His fixture looks good, I already tell, and he just 7 million. As Wilson is now injured, I think Isak start all game and their fixture looks good, so he can even get hat-trick in next 5 fixture, I think. And Isak is a very good player. He was in Real Sociedad last season. He was one of the best performer in La Liga, and now he moved to English Premier League, and I think he will continue his form. And when Wilson is back, still I think that Isak will be the first choice striker for Newcastle. And if you look at his shot per 90 in last 2 matches, 2.85 for a striker is very good, and his goal ratio is 0.96. And that's why I think his all data looks good, and he's a great player, and his fixture also looks good, and that's why I think he's a very good differential, because just 4.1% FPL manager have him, and that's why he's a differential option. Now move on to the sale category, and first player sorry, it's not sale, it's a differential. And second differential player is Chilwell from Chelsea, and his value is 5.8 million. And in last match when he came up from bench, he changed the game. He scored 1 goal and assist 1. And if you look at Chelsea's fixture, it also looks good. And I think now Chilwell will start in the left wing back because he looks fit and he is better than Cucurella. And that's why I think Chilwell will start. And if Chilwell will start, his data always looks good. In last 5 match, he make a lot of sub appearance, but he got 22 points and 1 goal, 2 assists, which is for a defender is very good. And he also maintained 1 clean sheet Chelsea in that time. That's why I think Chilwell is a very good option, because he is giving you attacking return as well as some defensive point for your team, and that's why he differential. Now move on to the sale category, and first sale is Perisic from Tottenham. His fixture looks horrible. Manchester City, Leicester, Arsenal. So I think he cannot maintain clean sheet. And as the fixture is very close to each other, and I think there will be a huge chance of rotating Perisic with Sessignon, and that's why I think Perisic is not a good option. And if you have Sessignon, if you have Perisic in your team, you need to sell him. And his goal minimum ratio though looks good, 0.49, but he will be rotated, and as well as Tottenham will not maintain clean sheet because their fixture is so hard. Now move on to the second sell player, and it's Kulusevski from Tottenham. And as I already said that Tottenham's fixture looks bad, and in last match Kulusevski was benched because of Richarlison. There is a huge chance that he will be benched again because Richarlison playing very well, and if you look at his data, it's not good. In 5 matches he appeared one sub appearance and got 14 points, and if you look at his shot per 90 is 1.54, and his goal minimum ratio was 0.32, which is not good for a midfielder. So I think you need to sell Kulusevski because he is too much value, 8.1 million, but he is not performing well. Now move on to our next category and hold. First hold is obviously Salah. A lot of FPL managers selling Salah, but he is very good. If you look at his goal minimum ratio is 0.83 for a midfielder is amazing. Though Salah not getting goal or assist, but still think that Salah is a very good option. And if you don't have Salah, you don't need to buy him. But if you have Salah, hold him, because if you sell him, he will hurt you again. And his fixture looks medium actually. Wolves, I think before Wolves match you don't need to sell Salah, and this type of player is very good in this type match. And Salah looks Liverpool I think now will do better because they are all injured attacker like Jota and Darwin Núñez, Firmino, all black. So I think that's why Liverpool will change, and Salah should be the one you should hold in Liverpool attacking lineup. Now move on to the second hold is obviously Gabriel Jesus. He last match performed doesn't well against Manchester United, but Manchester United is a very good side, though they are performing in the first 2 matches very bad, but now they are getting their rhythm, and that's why I think Jesus performed very bad in that match, but I still think that he will perform well in next few matches. So that's why he is hold. And if you look at his shot per 90 is 3.82 and goal minimum ratio is 1.05, which is very good. That's why he is hold for your team. Now move on to the ignore category, and first ignore is Mac Allister from Brighton. His fixture looks good, but he is not a good player because good player in FPL because he is playing deep. And if you look at his he scored 4 goals in 5 matches, but all 2 goals is from penalty and 1 from free kick. He barely go to the box, and that's why I don't think he's a good option for your team. If you look at his goal minimum ratio is 0.49, but he scored a lot of goal, and that's because of his penalty or free kick. But I don't think he's a good option because he's like one of the work pros from Southampton, and that's why he's ignored. Now move on to the second ignore is Veltman from Brighton, and I think he should ignore because he doesn't give you attacking return, and that's why he should ignore. If you look at his goal minimum ratio is 0.01, I know Brighton has a very good chance to get a clean sheet point, but Veltman is no attacking return, and you don't want your defender to get attacking return, so that's why I think you should ignore Veltman. Now I will summarize all, and the essential player is Tony Trippier, differential is Isak Chilwell, sell is Perisic, Kulusevski, and hold Salah, Jesus, ignore Mac Allister and Veltman. And that's all for today. If you enjoyed this video, please like this video, and if you are new in this channel, please subscribe this channel, and don't forget to press the bell icon. Happy fantasy, good luck for your team.